Hello, everyone. I think I'm live now. Welcome to Chloethedev Unfiltered. First of all, I wanted to say sorry, Nikita. I love you, girl. I didn't know I was taking your Unfiltered thing. My girlfriend actually suggested it as a name instead of Chloethedev Diaries, and I liked it a lot. So uh, what is it? Copying is the sincerest form of flattery. So I just thought it was a good name. Also, today's been a pretty good day. I've been getting really into Cryptovoxels recently. It's a virtual world built, like I guess, on top of Ethereum, the Ethereum blockchain. And so I'm really into like NFTs and non-fungible tokens and figuring out how to create some skins. I want to create like a shirt and maybe like a dress and maybe like some head pieces and stuff for Cryptovoxels. So I've been figuring out how, and it's actually pretty easy. They take all the difficulty out of it. So if you're an artist who wants to create some cool NFT type stuff, basically you create a Vox file like .vox and you send it to them and you give them your Ethereum address. And you tell them how many of these tokens you want minted. That would be articles of clothing or structures or whatever. And they'll send those things to your ETH address. And you can put them up for sale, and if you sell them, you have to actually pay a 17.5% fee. And they create that rule because it's their world, but they do all the hard part for you. They'll mint it for free for you. If you sell them on OpenSea, then you have to pay that fee. But the cool part is I can mint my own stuff for free. So they actually have a library on their website of all their files that have ever been made for their world. So I got MagicalVoxel. I actually asked Twitter. I was like, "Can anyone help me, please? I need help. I don't know what I'm doing." And some really cool artists, some cool people helped me out. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. There was a Cryptovoxel party going on last night for art gallery opening in the world. It was really fun. I was out there dancing with my character. I figured out how to change my color, so now I'm pink, and I have like my little Aquil hat on. It's green. I got that for free from some other Twitter guy. Thank you, Twitter. I need to like write this stuff down and eventually I want to like open some of this stuff up as I'm talking, but right now I just want to kind of talk to myself, talk to you guys, talk to the world. So that was really fun. Downloading MagicalVoxel on I have a Pixelbook Go, so on my Chromebook was a bit tough. Chromebooks are really versatile because you get all the Chrome stuff, like the web. It's not very powerful, but you get the Chrome. Then you get all the Android apps. So like I can download all the apps you can get on your phone onto my laptop, which is pretty cool. I can get Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok, all the apps on my computer. And then I can get Linux. So basically I can run Linux. I'm running Linux right now, like 24/7. So I get to do that, which is really cool. And that's been cool, but there's some stuff that is on Windows or only Windows and Mac. So MagicalVoxel, the program for editing voxels, and the program needed to make a .vox file to make a piece of clothing on Cryptovoxels is a program for Windows and Mac. And I don't have one of those. My girlfriend has a Mac, but long story about that. I can't really use it for this type of stuff. I can't download software onto it, so I have to do it my own way. So there's a program called Wine, WINE, like the wine you drink. It's for Linux, and you download it very easily. It was like sudo apt get install Wine, and it was like done. And I was like, oh, I love when stuff is easy. I am not a good programmer at all, but I have found a way to get a lot of stuff done, and I'm proud of myself for that. I'm relatively resourceful, and I'm pretty good at finding information online. So I got Wine, and then with Wine, you are able to use Windows executables and execute them. It doesn't change the file over. It uses like API call. It changes the calls into stuff Linux can run. Honestly, some smart people made some smart stuff. And I love open source software because it's free. I don't really get it. I don't understand software developers. It's like they're all similar to me. And I feel like it's a weird thing. Like open source in general, the reason I like it is because like all these people out there working on tech, like really expensive tech, really good tech, just for free. A lot of times, like a lot of times it's not for free, but they're working, getting paid, but like they're putting it up online, and someone can just take that resource and then change it a little bit and then use it, and you're not getting paid for it, but you're growing the economy, you're growing the system, and I love that. So like on Cryptovoxels, one of the ideas, so first of all, I'm happy about that because it made Cryptovoxels free for me, Magical Voxel free for me to use, which was amazing. Wine was free to me to use. And then because everyone else made all these things on Cryptovoxels, a library of all their projects, I could just take whatever thing I thought looked cool, save the file, import it into Magical, and then I was able to play around with it and like change some colors and change some pixels and see what it would look like if I made my own like t-shirts on Cryptovoxel. So now my girlfriend, Bianca, is more of the artist. So I downloaded the software and I showed her how to, look through the library, pick up some cool things, download them, and we'll hopefully maybe get a folder going. And so hopefully I'll have her go through it. Maybe like maybe tomorrow. She's really busy with actually painting these days. She's getting a lot of clients. I'm really proud of her. It's amazing. I think I linked her in my last video. I might link her again. Feel free to follow her. It's at Bianca Creates _ on Instagram. She does $15 portraits for now. I mean, if you watch this video in a year, it might be like 10,000 or something. So hey, like don't say, hey, Chloe said that I can get a portrait for $15. No, that's not what I said. I said right now, today. I don't know what the date is. The date is May 16th. On May 16th, 2020, you can get a portrait from Bianca Vella for $15. She has really good avatars too. She did my avatar. She'll do my banner and stuff too eventually. But she's gonna go through Cryptovoxels, their library of like items. We're gonna see what looks cute. We'll probably do it together. See what looks cool, what looks cute, what looks crazy. Save those all into different folders or some folders. Maybe just one giant folder. Go through the software, see what we can edit and change around, and then maybe make one just outfit that kind of shows off myself, like as Chloethedev. And I think part of it will be kind of a walk. I think I'm going to spend more time in Cryptovoxels just as a individual who appreciates NFTs and art. And I'll be like a walking advertisement for her and what she can create as an artist and also in the voxel space. And anyone asks me, hey, where'd you get your stuff? I can just be like, oh, my girlfriend did it. Bianca Creates. Check out her links here. She'll make you one. Like, here's my, if you want to make it yourself, here is it. Like, I am all about open source. So obviously my stuff will be up there. I'll have a link of all my outfits that Bianca creates. But if you want her, we can do it for you. But also I think I might actually buy some property in there. And there's so many galleries, but no clothing stores. I don't see any clothing stores in the world, really. And I think it's a really untapped market in the Cryptovoxel space or the NFT space. I think when I go in there, it's really complicated for me to figure out. Like, everyone looks so cool because they're all really cool, smart artists. But I was naked for the longest time, and I wanted to look cool like everyone else. And I think making it accessible and easy for people in the NFT space to get dressed and enjoy it, I think is huge. So obviously, mostly I'll be like pretty much giving away the stuff. But I think I also want to try and raise money for dogs and cats in Antigua. Down there, with everything that's happened with COVID, it's been really tough. Obviously, the dogs haven't been able to get out of the country and stuff like that. So being able to do some sort of NFT art stuff, I think I'm really big into the crypto, Ethereum, computer science type stuff. And my girlfriend's so into the art, like whatever, that kind of stuff. So I think if we can collaborate on something like that and also raise money for the Marma J Foundation, Dogs and Cats of Antigua, that'd be really cool. But that was like my computer science tidbit vacation of the day. It was quite fun, actually. I had a lot of fun. Twitter people helped me. The NFTs, honestly, no dig on like crypto Twitter or like the Bitcoin maxi Twitter is a crazy place, and it's very scary to me. I'm just being very honest as an individual. Like, I found Bitcoin first. Bitcoin was my first love. Well, not my first love. I guess soccer was my first love, but Bitcoin was one of my, was like the big love in my crypto space, my crypto journey. And those people are crazy. Y'all crazy. I'm crazy. I'm crazy. I'm crazy. Okay. I know I got a little screws loose up here, but like y'all are not accepting and inviting and open to change, and not even change, because like you don't have to be like, I think having your ideals and sticking to them is a very, very good thing. It's very positive to know what you believe in and stick to it, but you should still be able to be open to hearing someone else and listening to what might be better, because I think that just helps you create a stronger foundation in what you already believe in. I think whenever I speak to a Bitcoin maxi, it's just I'm being yelled at these things and I'm not even talking about them. And I know not all Bitcoin maxis are like that. And I still like Bitcoin. And a lot of Bitcoin lovers are like that, and they don't necessarily sell like that. But the Bitcoin Twitter camp is what I'm talking about. Quite scary. The F Twitter camp also quite like it's getting like that. Like calling out Bitcoin people for no reason. Like if they want to be tribalistic, let them be tribalistic. But the whole point of Ethereum, in my opinion, is for an open system, for everyone to be accepted, for everyone to be involved, and to try and get as many people involved as possible. And so if some of those people are Bitcoin people, then great, fine. Let's get them involved in whatever way they want to be involved. Let's have a shard on F2 that's proof of work and runs like Bitcoin and helps as it runs the testnet for Bitcoin on Ethereum. Like let's help them in some way and get them involved in what Ethereum's doing. I think the only way Ethereum really takes over is if we're open. We just let everyone in. We just help everyone get involved in whatever way they can. Whether that's something as simple as, playing Gitcoin grant quests and learning about educational topics and maybe being able to trade those tokens in for coupons places. I think that's what I'm saying. The NFT space, though, in particular, has been very helpful. And everyone I've talked to in the NFT space, particularly, I don't know, like NFTs are bigger than just Ethereum. I know that. I'm not an expert in NFTs by any means yet. Hopefully one day. But I do know that there's definitely NFTs, I think, on Bitcoin too, and NFTs on all of these different chains. Like one of the ideas I had was a platform that kind of aggregated all the chains and allowed users to input their picture or whatever, and it would automatically convert it to NFTs on every chain, or you could pick which chain. So if you want an NFT on Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tron, EOS, AVA, I don't know, man, whatever, Cosmos, Polkadot, I don't know, whatever kind of silly chain you want it on, you could do that in one, like a fiat transaction, let's say, and then it would go buy whatever coins it needed. It would go put them on its wallet. It would go mint whatever NFTs. It would send them to whatever respective wallets, and it would have a UI that would show you each wallet and all the NFTs on each wallet. I think it would be a lot of work. I think it would be very useful to very few people, and I do think that Ethereum will take over. So I think while I was building an app like that, Ethereum would have just taken, I think Ethereum would take over the entire market share. I think the world is just a bunch of APIs, and I think everyone wants to connect to the same API. If they could, they just don't trust each other to do that. They don't want to share the money. And I think Ethereum gives the possibility for the entire world to plug into the same API and no one to get all butthurt about it. And I think because of that, we're going to see more and more companies just build on Ethereum or build their private chains. And then I think what we're going to see in Ethereum too is that all these other chains are just going to become execution environments on Ethereum too. I think that, like, for example, Bitcoin could be an execution environment on Ethereum too. I'm pretty sure you could just use the Ethereum security of the Beacon chain, the F2 security of Beacon chain, and then also use the proof of work security from Bitcoin, and then have just like a double consensus algorithm where, like, I think you'd have to, I guess, choose which one is more powerful. And I guess you might want to, you might want to actually get anything out of it, you might want to change some of the aspects. Well, I guess the main aspect you'd want, Bitcoin would still win out. And the only reason you want to do that is so that Bitcoin would be interoperable. And I think that's the point. The beacon chain just gives you a way to have consensus. If you can create your own shard on top of that chain with your own execution rules and execution environment, just build on that chain, use it as your base layer of security, and then write your own rules. So if Bitcoin was on top of it and Bitcoin wanted to say, well, we're proof of work, we do this, do that. But now you're interoperable with the rest of the world. I think that's what F2 offers. Hopefully it works. I know all this stuff is an experiment. Crypto, don't let me ever let you feel like crypto is going to go to $1 million for sure, because crypto can go to zero tomorrow, and I would not be surprised. But I could also wake up tomorrow with Bitcoin at $1 million and be like, meh, cool. I made a lot of money in crypto. I've seen crypto go up, 40, 50% a day, crazy times. I mean, I remember one of my friends from Liberty, he had $1,000 1 month. Next month he had 120,000. Craziness, like insane. I went from a little to a lot to a little, but it was fun and I learned a lot. I know one guy, some guy into my Twitter I saw, like every dollar lost is like basically the more money you lose, the more you've learned, or like losing money is the best teacher or something like that. Some quote, and I was like, man, I learned a lot. Ah, damn, I learned a lot. Like, I've lost a lot of money. Let's put it that way. I've lost a lot of money. Like, that's like I should put that as my tagline somewhere. I've lost a lot of money. But I wouldn't go change it for the world. I appreciate every dollar I've ever lost. Every dollar has been a lesson. To me, what I say is every dollar needs to be worth something. So if I buy like a coffee mug and it costs $12, as long as I use it 12 times, I'm happy. If I buy a car, it costs $2,000. I better use it 2,000 times. A phone costs me $1,000, 1,000 times. So that's how I kind of equate value in my life. Seems to work well for me. It keeps me from buying things that are outrageous, that are like a sweater for $100 that I know I'm not going to wear more than 10 times. I'm not going to buy it. Like, maybe I'll go to Goodwill, or maybe I just borrow a friend or something like that, but I don't need it. Where other things that can still be $200, but it's like a nice jacket and I wear it almost every day. Sure, yeah, $200 for a jacket. I wear it for 6 years. Sounds good. But yeah. And then I remember what I'm thinking about now is the fact that I forget my train of thought a lot of times. And I'm thinking about something and I forget what I was saying. But the point is that when I was talking about the McDonald's the other day, I forgot to say that I put cheese on it and everything, and I put it in the oven and I ate it and I put cheese in the fries and it was delicious. That's a complete tangent. I know. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm sorry for that. But that's just how I am, and you're going to have to deal with that. Hope you're all doing great. Hope you're all having a wonderful Saturday. It was beautiful outside today. Perfect segue to talk about our beautiful walk we went on. Bianca and I walked to the Dollarama. It's pretty close down the street. It's beautiful here, guys. Y'all, people, friends. It's beautiful out here. It was like 20 degrees, overcast, a little windy. No rain or anything though. We walked down the residential neighborhood first. Got there was no line pretty much. Like we had to wait like 2 minutes to get in. Went in, got our stuff. We had to get pizza pans. Our stove is too small, so Bianca had a pretty big like square rectangle pizza pan, but it didn't fit. So we got 2 small pizza ones, like round, and 2 small rectangle ones for our oven, so we can do fries and pizza. I think it's pizza tonight for dinner. I think Bianca's feeling some pizza. So she cooks so good. Everyone cooks so good. So I'm excited for whatever she cooks, but pizza's always a good one. She was doing really well though. She had a few clients now for painting. I'm really proud of her. My hip has been having issues. I'm old. Playing soccer for all those years, man. I keep saying, like, I used to want my son to play Amory, to play soccer and like be a professional, but now I'm like, honestly, football, soccer is the most beautiful sport in the world. It's amazing. Like when you actually play it and you love it and you enjoy it, it just flows and it never stops. And you go to a high level and it's an amazing game. But it's painful. And I would never wish it upon anyone. Like it's not worth it. Play FIFA. Like FIFA's cool. Go swimming in the park. I don't know, do whatever you want. Go paint something. Or like I want my son to do whatever he wants to do. People always talk about their kids like, I want better for them. I want this for them. They get mad. Honestly, as long as he's alive and happy and well, like I do not care. If he needs anything from me, he can have it. Whatever he wants. Like, I don't know. Life is so short. All you really get in this world is a little bit of time to spend with the people you love. And I guess for me, maybe it's a bit different. I feel like love was very hard for me growing up. I never really understood what it meant. I never really understood how do you show love to someone? Like it was very complicated for me. My mom loved me in her own way, but she loved me very strongly and she loved me a lot. And our family love was just very weird. It was always there and it was ever present. And it was like very on all the time. And then came Amory, my son, and it was just like, whoa, okay, this is just love. This is just instant and calm and tranquil. And he taught me what love was, like what love could be, how love can just be. And it really helped me with my Christian walk, my Christian faith, like realizing that, the love of God and like how the love of a parent, father, whatever, parental, looking over you kind of figure, taking care of you kind of figure. And then those would be my mom as well, me and my dad, I think, as well, just realizing like how much love that they have for me. It's very hard for them to explain sometimes, and it kind of leads them to get into these arguments, and they just want what's best for me. But they need to realize that like I'm my own individual person. But I think I don't know, with my son, it's just he could do whatever he wants, pretty much. I mean, I might not agree with him, I'll tell him, but I still love him, whatever he wants. But the walk was great. On the way back, we walked up through on the sidewalk by the water. Usually, we walk right on the water, like on the water. Detroit. It's like a Detroit River, and then there's like a walkway. There people fish and stuff. There's like bike paths and like park stuff and trees, and there's like a sculpture garden. It's very pretty. We usually walk there because of the sculpture garden and all that. Bianca took her new camera one time. It was very nice. It's very fun. We got our new Canon Rebel 7D. I think with my ex, we got a 6D. Had a little swivel thing on it where you could like turn the screen. It was pretty good, touch screen. This was not touch screen. Pretty good camera though. I like it. It'll shoot very well, but point and shoot, baby. Point and shoot. I don't like editing anything. I like pointing. I like looking at something. I like taking the picture I like seeing it later. Someone else should be editing that photo. But the houses here are so nice. So we were walking up, not by the water, but up by the street where the road is. There's beautiful houses. Honestly, I think I could live in Windsor forever. Like as a home base. Let's get that straight. I might have to like bounce around a little bit, but Windsor could be home base if I had one of those houses or I lived there or whatever. My mom and her boyfriend, Pierre, they're looking to buy a house soon. They're actually coming on Monday, which is going to be interesting. It'll be fun though. I think it'll be good. My friend might come tomorrow too, Kathleen, and stay for a bit till Tuesday. That'll be fun. She's crazy. I love her. We always get to some random debauchery or something whenever she comes around. So it'll be a good time no matter what happens if she comes. And if we have a futon, we might as well use it. $450. That's 450 uses. And I know I'm moving out of here in a year. So if I use it once a day as a person, that means I got to use it at least 1.5 times a day. I probably use it 1.5 times a day, to be honest. But that'll be fun. Kathleen might come. Mom and Pierre are coming. But they might buy a house, and they're looking to buy a house in that area. But I think what we're going to try and do is buy a house with them, and maybe get a duplex, rent out half to students or something like that, and then have so that like because we're already in Windsor, because they've been wanting to buy a house in Windsor for a while. So this would be good because it would help us to look after their house, like pay them rent, look after the house, make sure everything's taken care of, kind of have an eye on the place, but also obviously get a place for us that we like, and eventually we could either move out or whatever Bianca and I decide to do. Either way, I think I'd like to have tenants. I think it's a cool way to have some sort of impact on the neighborhood, whether it's just by being a good landlord in general. I think it's kind of cool. So I wouldn't mind doing that in a way where it eases into it, where it's my mom's house, but I'm kind of just helping out for a bit. And then maybe eventually Bianca and I get our own place and we get 2 tenants in there. So I look at the 2 tenants and kind of ease my way into actually being a landlord of some sort. And because then Bianca and I, but I think still getting a place by that waterfront, looking out to the water would be great. So when she comes on Monday, we're going to take a walk, and we're going to walk on this upside, not on the water, but above, like we did today for the first time, because it was really good. And I really like those houses, and I want to show her them so that maybe we could, maybe not like right now or anything, maybe, early next year, late next year, maybe even in a couple years. But, this lease is only for a year. I don't see myself, I love it here. I can see the water from my living room and bedroom, which is amazing. Like, that's awesome. I can see the Denver Bridge, I can see the Detroit Bridge, I can see Detroit. Right now I can see Detroit, which is really cool. And I want that same view. I want that same lifestyle, just not here. I want a dog. I want some sort of backyard. I want to, I could grow some stuff in here, but I don't feel permanent here. And I want some sort of stability in that sense. And I think having that stability would allow me to go out and travel and feel comfortable coming home. My internet my connection is unstable again. I'll have to fix that eventually. If I keep doing all this stuff, maybe I'll live stream on campus or something like that, or maybe we'll pay for internet here one day or something. We'll see. Probably not. You'll probably have to deal with this for a whole year. These streams will probably not get that much better. I do hope we get more people involved. This link, I'm pretty active on Twitter, and my YouTube is in my Twitter. So I suspect some people will eventually just click on the link, see what it is, and watch parts of these. If you ever do, thank you. I hope you like, I don't know, I hope you're entertained to a certain degree. This isn't really for your entertainment, but I hope you are entertained. I hope it makes you smile. I hope you laugh at me. I hope you reach out in some way about something that you also did or thought was cool or whatever. But yeah, I'm on Twitter a bit more these days. I really like Twitter. I like learning things. Like who I am as a person, like what I want to do. I just like researching. I like learning things. It makes the world very fun for me sometimes, but very difficult for me, because making money for me is very hard, but very easy. So like, because I like learning things, I get very good at things very quickly. People want to pay me to do things very quickly. They want to give me raises very quickly. And that's fine, but I quit things very quickly. So I never actually get really like expert at anything. I've done a lot of things. And I've gotten paid to do a lot of different random things, and I've gotten okay at them, but never amazing. And so, but I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed learning to like lay tile and lay brick and renovate houses and, redo playgrounds and gyms. And I loved coaching soccer and coaching random sports and doing church ministry camps, and the list goes on. But I enjoyed learning all of that. And I continue to enjoy. I want to end this soon. This is too long, half an hour is not enough. But I enjoy learning all the things I learned. I just need to have that sort of, stability. One thing, I think I'm happy in general that computers has become that, computer science, because I finally found something hard enough that I don't think I will understand anywhere near all of it in my life. Not even like if I had 100 lifetimes, I don't think. It's just so hard. Like cryptography breaks my brain every time. Programming, I actually like programming. My brain actually makes more sense to me after I learn more programming, and it makes so much sense. Like, but actually memorizing like syntax and all that kind of stuff for programming is a pain in my butt. But yeah, the point is, I hope more of you join in. I hope more of you ask questions. Maybe I'll start doing topics added into what I do during the day. I mean, I kind of leave it up to you guys, like guys, gals, people. I'm kind of using this to talk about my day and what's going on. Like I'm gonna buy a skateboard. Oh my gosh! When I was in Denver, I took care of these wonderful kids, Maudia and Audiaman. They're from India. They were 14 and 12, I think, at the time. Now they're old. Oh my gosh! Maudia plays for the under-19 national Indian football team and plays professionally. And Audiaman hurt his back. He's the older brother. Got arthritis, so he can't play anymore. But I was talking to Maudia today, and he's helping me buy a skateboard. So I'm going to buy a skateboard today so I can skate by the water. But that was kind of just a tidbit about what happened today. It was really cool. At that house, I took care of someone from Japan, some guy from Japan. He was 21. He played professionally. I think he's playing in Poland again. A few guys from like high schoolers from the States. Those kids, I loved those kids. They were funny. If you ever see these guys, you guys are great. I'm sorry for denting your truck. You were a good kid. I don't even remember your name. Wow, that's bad. Connor, I think your name was. The other one. I know you know your name wasn't Connor. Connor, though, you were a really good kid. I hope you're doing well. Hope your head's on straight. Hope you didn't get no one pregnant yet. And then the other one, Javi or whatever your name was, with the big red truck. Dude, I hope you are doing well. Hope life is good. Hope you're loving life and killing it. Hope you're all doing well. But it was good. It was really fun. I was the technical coordinator for Colorado Rush Soccer Club in Denver, Colorado. They have a house out there at 50 acres by the mountains in Littleton, Colorado, and I was the head of that house with my ex. We brought my dog out there, Arsenal. That's where actually Amory was conceived at a Marianas Trench, or after a Marianas Trench concert in Denver. But yeah, that was completely off topic. But yeah, hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. Hope you guys join in and ask me questions. And I'm going to keep talking to you about my days. Hopefully Kathleen comes tomorrow. Maybe you'll meet her. Maybe y'all will meet her. And then Monday, my mom will be here. Maybe you'll meet her. She wants me to teach her object-oriented programming. She used to go to Windsor. She used to go to university here, and she took computer science something. I don't know. But she didn't do very well. But she passed. And now she works at an IT company. And I didn't do computer science first for some reason. I don't know why. She never wanted me to do it. I don't know. I guess to her, they're all nerds and geeks, and I wasn't a nerd and geek enough. But, I mean, I am pretty nerdy and geeky. But, well, on that note, hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all staying dandy. If I ever make any NFTs, I will promote them here. As always, all donations for everything I get will go to charity. Probably Dogs and Cats of Antigua for the majority of it, to help those dogs in Antigua. In general, I like supporting Antigua, so as long as the money gets to Antigua, I'm pretty much happy. And then secondary, if animals can be helped, that is just a blessing. So yeah, hope you're all doing great. Hope you're all doing well. Happy Saturday. Bye. Love you all.